Hi, my name is Dario Dixon, and you could catch me in the latest movie, actually it's Trinidad's first Christmas movie, This Love. I play one of the characters of the main female character, and my name is John Mark Bardo. I play basically one of her choices that she will have to make. You should go catch it. I'm not going to tell you which choice she made. For those of you who saw it already, you already know what happened in the film. No, I'm not sure if it's online as yet, but we're working on something like that. Usually there's audition information. I heard about it through a friend, but actually with that film in particular, they really advertise the auditions. You saw posters in Citygate. You saw posters of this audition all over Trinidad, and the day, it's funny because the day I was actually supposed to audition for it, I forgot that the audition was at that set date. And at the time I was, because I have my degrees in hospitality. So at the time I was working at this hotel and I was taking care of a guest complaint, and I saw the audition, I think online, right? And I was like, I need to leave work and go do this audition. And I actually left work. I told my manager I was going somewhere else. I actually left work and I went to the audition. And the funny thing is that I did not audition for that character. I actually did improvisation, right? Which is something that you do when you doing acting or auditioning. Instead of having you read a script, they will have you do something outside of the script that has nothing to do with the script. They'll give you a scenario and you create an outcome, right? So I did that, and I think why I got the part of John Mark Bardo is, I did like a proposal for improv where I went down my knees and I was asking this girl to get married to me and stuff like that. And I think that is what interested the writers and the directors to say, hey, this guy could play this character. Actually, the writer of the film and the producer as well is Asha King, yeah. And she actually, I knew her, we go way back, because I knew her actually 5 years ago when I was doing another film which was very successful. It's called Positive and Pregnant. She had asked me to do a film, a short film. I think at that time she was a UE student, and I felt so bad because I couldn't do it because I was, shooting that film at the time. And I started rehearsing for it and everything, and I didn't. And then some girl actually got the part, and the person who got the part actually it was meant for a male, but a female did it, and it actually turned out better that way. So everything works out for a reason. 5 years later, I went to this audition. I saw Asha, and she's like, "How you doing? How you doing?" And here we have This Love, right? The character that I play, Jean-Marc Bardo, I usually fall in love with characters like that because growing up, I watched a lot of television, and I like roles that with a lot of intricacy in it, where you could show your talent and you could actually show emotion. I really enjoy doing roles like that, and I think for him at that point in that film, he was at a point where he was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna move on from this because it's not making any sense. That's the character that I play in This Love. So go check it out. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, definitely. When I was younger, I used to I would watch television shows, and then I will act it out. Act out the scenes that I saw on the shows. So mommy's friends would come over and stuff, and they was like, look at him, and he'd be, I'd be all over the place, just rolling on the floor. If it was a scene, yeah, that some people thought so. Nobody could ever get it. Even now I come from a extremely talented family. Right? I come from an extremely talented family. From my sister, my brothers, my father. We all, we're all into the arts, one way or the other. And for me, it was a natural thing to actually morph into this acting business. And I've been doing it since I was 16. My first role was called Munanari Mushol. And to this date, I feel privileged to be part of that because it was a play. It was directed by Phoebe Wilkinson. And Penelope Spencer was featured in it. At the time, she was my tutor for acting because I was doing school with her organization, Necessary Arts, yeah. And you know, I did the play and I played 2 roles at the same time. All right, and it was a great experience because I got a chance to work with Brian Honoré, who a lot of people don't know, or people who's 5 years younger than me probably don't know who he is, but he actually is I will say a great, one of our greats who passed, you know. So I feel privileged to do that. I did that film. Samantha John, who's a friend of mine, she did it as well. You know, so all my experiences in acting was really good. After that, I did a film called Happy Sad, which featured American actor Bill Cobb. He's actually the guy who did I Know What You Did Last Summer with Brandy, and he also did he did a lot of films. He did one with Wesley Snipes, you know. So the experiences was good for me in acting so far, and I think it's something that I do want to do for the rest of my life. But like everything else, when you're an artist, one thing connects you to the other. This show that I'm going to be doing soon is called The Bachelor's Kitchen. It's going to be on Synergy TV, and it's just going to showcase. Now I'm not a trained chef, so it's just going to basically showcase me cooking and you know, basically helping guys out in terms of the kitchen, you know, because I think young men, a lot of us don't know how to cook, right? But I learned to cook from a very young age, from since I was 11, and I think that is part of your development as a man and as a young person, you know. So it's something that I wanted to do to help. It's going to be a cooking/variety show. So I would really like you guys to check it out. You're going to hear more about it, I'm sure. Hopefully I'm going to sit down with OMG when it does come out again, and we're going to do this all over again. I was coming out of this maxi, I stepped down, and I don't know what happened, but I lost balance and I went thrusting into the air. My school bag was in my hand. It went that way. My hands went this way, and I ended up that way on the floor. Thank God I wasn't injured. But no, I didn't damage my face at all. Thank God. But the worst thing about it is, had some guys standing in the corner there, and then had some girls, and they had now come out of a maxi as well, and they started watching me, and they started laughing really hard, and that was so embarrassing for me. And you know, but I just dust myself off and I try again. I just got up and keep walking like, you know, nothing happened, but I was totally embarrassed, trust me. Okay, so I want to tell everybody who's viewing this interview, please support This Love. Go see it. You could also, if you want to get to know more about me, you could go on my Facebook page. It's DUANE Dario Dixon on Facebook.com. I am working on a website that is going to be posted up on my Facebook page eventually, and basically just look out to hear from me in the future. I'm working on a next film right now, and yeah.